Hi, you are now watching Minhnuyet Interiors. Follow me. Hey, we're here with Jason Payne at Howard Payne Company, and this is one of our showrooms that we utilize for appliance selections. And he's one of the owners and been great with helping us. He's very knowledgeable.
So welcome to our showroom. We carry many fine kitchen appliance brands, and Wolf and Sub-Zero is one of our premier brands. We have the showroom divided by different sections, and Sub-Zero Wolf is one of our top brands that we sell a lot of and depend upon.
Customize. I think a lot of people don't realize how much you can customize on the appliances, especially like, well, if somebody doesn't need the red handle, we can get black handles or blue handles, and even on the cooktops, and they have induction and all these different styles and models.
There's all kinds of unique products that they put out, steam ovens, coffee machines, microwave drawers, a lot of unique appliances that Wolf offers, and a lot of the other manufacturers do as well. Wolf just happens to be one of our most reliable brands that we trust and depend upon.
One thing that was really cool, we brought a client in recently to look at some refrigerators, and we were talking about how we can either make a 48 or 42 and how that would work, and do we want a side-by-side or do we want drawers, and do we want handles, do we want an ice dispenser, water dispenser on the outside, on the inside.
There's a lot of customization you can do depending on the scenario of the kitchen that you're working with, and so different sizes, different configurations, having freezers on the bottom, freezers on the top. I mean, there's all kinds of layouts that are available, so you can kind of customize it, tailor it based on your client's needs.
And one thing I like too is that I love bringing a client in, because a lot of times they don't know what they want. They'll look through the internet or magazines, but in here you can touch and feel, you can pull them, and you can say you think they think they have a good idea of what they want until they actually get into the showroom.
The internet is a great starting point.
Yeah.
And we like it when people do some research before they even show up, but when you come in and see something in person, seeing it on the screen is one thing, seeing it in person is another. So touching and feeling, like you say, it can make all the difference.
Do you guys offer classes for customers?
We do in-home consultations, either if you're remodeling or updating something. We also do after the sale consultations, where we're helping people learn how to use their products if they're not familiar with it. So yes, we do that.
Okay, yeah, because sometimes there's a lot of buttons, and it's not just like turn a knob and
right.
how am I supposed to use my oven?
And a lot of people, they start this process way before they actually take the products into their home, so they'll forget a lot of things potentially. So it's nice being able to have a resource after you have the products installed. You have someone you can fall back on and say, hey, how do I use this? And we can we'll go out to their home and teach them.
I mean, for us, one of the first things that we do is do appliance selection, because once you're designing a kitchen, you got to know where your fridge and what type of fridge and how big, and the same thing with the range or the wall ovens, no wall ovens. So that really kind of dictates a lot of times what the kitchen's going to look like. So that's one of the very first things that somebody should definitely select when they're doing a kitchen remodel or
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well in advance of a lot of the other pieces.
Yes.
Another thing which is interesting, at least during these times, these COVID times, is the lead times are really, really long. So starting early, smart idea, and I would assume this applies to a lot of other building materials and things like that things are just taking longer to get.
Yes, and that's one thing we try to educate our clients with, is just, typically furniture might take, 2 to 3 months. Now it's taking maybe 5 to 6 months. So it is industry-wide. It's not just one manufacturer. It's a supply chain issue, or they can't, even if the things are made in the U.S., a lot of times some parts are from overseas, so they may not be able to get the parts. So that's it's very challenging, and be able to work with a designer and get everything planned ahead of time, because the last thing you want is to have a kitchen that you can't use for 6 6-9 months. So,
Right.
you know, typically we don't even start the demo until everything is in.
Mhm.
So, and then that way it's a very, very quick process.
That's an excellent idea.
Yeah.
You don't want to be sitting there waiting for your kitchen to be done.
Everything's done and you just gotta slide your oven in.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're going to walk around to a couple of different little
Sure.
vignettes, and you can kind of describe like what the difference is between maybe a Thermador and
Sure.
a Wolf or Sub-Zero and Miele. So,
Sure.
So follow us.
Okay.
So tell us about this vignette.
So this is Thermador products. Thermador has been around for many, many years. It's a well-recognized, well-established kitchen appliance brand, one of our top sellers. It's got a unique look and design and many products that are unique to the appliance industry. They've got a induction cooktop, which is really neat, where you can place a pot in any position on the cooktop, not just a designated typical area, but any position. It's kind of unique. A lot of other brands do not have that, and that's kind of something that distinguishes Thermador. But a well-made, excellent brand that we like a lot.
I went to the Thermador Test Kitchen in California. They were for
Nice.
the 3-day event, you know, they do for designers. And that's where I discovered the steam oven.
Oh yeah.
That was the coolest. I was like, this is amazing.
Thermador, they've done steam ovens, warming drawers, wall ovens, all those sort of things for years. Thermador actually pioneered the built-in oven.
Oh, really?
I want to say 70 years ago or something like that. So they're well known in the appliance world. They were one of the #1 brands for years and years, and they still continue to be a top brand for sure.
Is there a reason like somebody would choose Thermador over Sub-Zero, Wolf?
A lot of it's personal preference.
Okay.
You know, each brand has their own look, their own style, and so that will be one factor for sure. The style of the look of the appliance will matter.
Okay.
And then certain functionality differences. Some people, you know, a Thermador oven may be able to do something that a Wolf oven does not do, or a Viking oven does not do.
Yeah.
But I'd say probably one of the first factors is the style and the look of the product.
Yeah.
And then potentially also the reliability and longevity of these brands. Most of the high-end brands we have good luck with. They're pretty solid, pretty reliable. So that's typically what drives a lot of the decisions that customers end up making.
Gotcha. But again, you know, when they come in, touch and feel, then they really can find what they
Absolutely,
like.
absolutely. Not all brands are created equal. There are differences for sure.
One thing I love working with you is that you're so knowledgeable. It's like I know a lot about appliances, but definitely not the in-depth knowledge that you have. So, and I always learn something new. Like I was telling Kristen the other day when we came in, and I just said, you know, about the hinges on the fridges and how, you know, like you don't have to have it where you can have it totally flush with the cabinetry.
Correct.
Because of the way the hinges are
Right.
made. So.
We try to stay on top of, you know, there's so many different things that are changing in the appliance world.
Yeah.
Connectivity is a big deal, where you can connect like your refrigeration to your mobile device and monitor the temperature if there was an issue or all kinds of things. So those are some unique things that we have to kind of stay on top of. A lot of brands change often, so we stay up to date with trainings and things like that, so we know what we're talking about when a client comes into the showroom.
Yeah, we have to. I mean,
Right. People have the internet, and so there's a lot of information on the internet that we have to kind of, sometimes you have to correct, because a lot of it's inaccurate.
I know we have a running joke saying that if it's on the internet, it has
It's
to
gotta be true,
Yeah,
exactly.
and it's 90% of the time. Sometimes it's not.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So, and people will believe what they find on the internet. So,
But once they come in, once they look at a product and see what it does or what it does not do, that helps them make a decision easier.
Yeah. And one of the advantages of buying appliances from somebody like you is that, you know, you warranty you guys install it, you warranty the product, and so if there's ever an issue, and whereas
it's not done by third parties.
Yes.
It's just us. You don't have to call an 800 number, sit on hold, and you never hear back from somebody.
Yeah.
So a smaller independent firm like us does make a big difference, and we're family owned and operated and have been since 1976. There's cousins and brothers and all kinds of people that are involved in the business, so it makes a big difference at the end of the day.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we're going to go look over at the Viking Vignette now.
Yep.
And you can talk about that line of appliances.
Yep, let's go take a look.
Oh. So, hey, we're here in the Viking display, and this is amazing. It's like we just saw this awesome looking range, and I didn't even know Viking needs something like
Yeah.
this.
So Viking is unique in the industry in that you can customize their appliances. Different paint colors. They've actually got the capability where they can pretty much match any color that you want.
So I could give you a Ben Moore color or a Sherwin-Williams color.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's amazing.
This particular one is kind of unique. This is an Italian-made range that Viking has. It's called their Tuscany series. Kind of the old world look, you know, European look. Paint colors are customizable. I want to say they have maybe 20 or 30 different options available. The ovens are a little different. This oven opens to the side, which is unique. You can fit your 9x13 into it. And then this oven drops down like this. And it has full extension racks with all stainless steel insides.
At the bottom, a warming drawer.
Bottom is a storage drawer,
Oh, it's
like
storage,
cookie
okay.
trays, things like that.
Okay.
And then very robust brass burners on the top.
Those are beautiful.
This is like a workhorse range.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Very substantial.
What's the price difference between something like, I mean, this is a 48, right?
Mhm, this is 48.
This 48 versus that 48.
You'll always pay more money when it looks more
Cooler.
unique. I will tell you that. Guaranteed. Both of these would be relatively on the pricey side because this is a more substantial commercial style product.
Yeah.
That style range compared to this one would be maybe 20% less,
Okay.
or I could say 20% more than this particular one over here.
And then you were saying like this, the finishes, we could get like rose gold, you could do brass.
They have that on
stainless.
certain brands,
Okay.
yes, or certain models, I should say.
Okay.
Black stainless is kind of a unique finish that a lot of people are somewhat interested in.
Yeah.
They have rose gold trim on a lot of the ranges that they have, and then on top of that would be the paint color that you can customize.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, Viking's been known for years and years as a commercial brand, and then they changed it years ago and made it more residential style. And they're known, you see them a lot on Food Network.
Yeah.
Viking is very prominent on a lot of cooking shows out there. And then one other piece I'll just mention real quick. This particular oven is unique. This has a speed oven function where the top oven you could do like a pizza in 2 or 3 minutes.
Really?
Like really
like
quick.
like a microwave.
Like a microwave, but much better.
Okay, because it's browning.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this is actually, I mean, if you put a pizza in here and you tell the oven that you want to cook a pizza, in about 2 or 3 minutes, the cheese is bubbling, it's completely brown, the crust is crispy.
So it's different than a convection.
The key with this is speed.
Okay.
So it's getting something done very, very, very quickly. If someone's running late and they forgot to preheat the oven, and then you've got to go to take the kids to soccer practice or whatever, and you've got to do something in the oven quickly.
Yeah.
That's what's unique about this oven.
Okay, that's super cool.
Something different that a lot of the brands do not have.
See, we're learning new stuff as we are interviewing here.
Absolutely.
It's awesome. And I think that the next little section that we want to talk about is Miele, right? Because it's just a little bit more modern.
It's a German brand. Let's go take a look at Miele.
Okay.
Built-in coffee machine.
Yes, a built-in coffee machine.
Yes.
The name escapes me.
Built-in coffee machines from Miele are one of the best ones that you can buy. There are many brands offer them, but this one's unique because of the ease of control. So this one, the control panel's it's like an iPhone-driven control in a sense. But you just take your finger, you can swipe the screen to go to whatever beverage that you want. You can actually tailor it, so if I wanted to select a coffee, it's going to give us an example. It's not actually going to make the drink, but it's going to make an example. You could tailor this drink to the brew level that you want, how hot you want it, how much it dispenses. And so you can even set up profiles in the coffee system where I have my own drinks that I like, you have your own drinks you like, and that's really, really unique in coffee systems. So there's a little button in here that says profiles, and you can create your own profile with your own drink the way you like it.
What's the maintenance on something like this as far as like cleaning and
So there's a little bit of maintenance, but nothing excessive. So the door of these coffee systems will open up, and inside is where things like the coffee beans would be located, water would be located, any of the grinds that are left over. And so on occasion you have to descale a coffee system.
That's like any coffee maker.
Exactly.
Really.
All it is basically like little tablets that you're putting into the water container, and it runs through a process.
Yeah.
Really not that difficult.
Is that something that you would do like once a month or?
On occasion. Cleaning it's not that often. It would be, depends on how often you make a cup of coffee. So if there's more people in a home and they're using it more often, you'll have to clean it more often.
Yeah.
I'd say on average, it probably would take 2 to 3 months before you'd actually have to clean anything, probably.
Okay.
And then on occasion, you've got to like wipe up little drips and things like that, but in general, pretty easy to deal with.
Is that a frother?
Yeah, this little container is where you would put in milk, so for lattes, cappuccinos, those sort of things. For whatever reason, these coffee systems tend to do a better job with a lower fat content milk.
Oh,
so like 2% or less. Skim milk actually froths the best.
What about like almond milk? Have you tried any of almond milk?
Some customers have done that. It does froth, but not as well as traditional milk will.
Okay.
It doesn't harm the machine at all. So you could use almond, you could use oat milk, you could use whatever.
Yeah.
Anything non-dairy would be no issue at all.
And you think how much money you're saving from not going to Starbucks every day.
This is true. These are not, they're not inexpensive, but they will certainly do what a Starbucks would do easily.
And then you just have it so you can wake up.
Exactly.
It's there, they're easy.
Exactly.
So you set it for like to have your cup of coffee ready at 8 a.m.?
You can have, not exactly, so you can have the machine where it will kick on, it'll come on and go ahead and preheat and pre-rinse so it's ready to be used right away. It will not automatically brew a beverage though, just mainly for safety purposes. But you can have it ready to go as soon as you get up, pretty much.
I've seen these. I haven't put one in a client's house, but I've seen them, and people will put them in their master bedrooms or bathrooms or like a little coffee nook in the bedroom area as well, because they're so easy and convenient.
They're popular also in like a bar area. If you want to make a bar area, in the mornings it's your coffee, and then at night it's your wine cooler and your beverage cooler and things like that. I've seen it there as well. Depends on the person. If you're a big coffee drinker, it's a great product to have. Creates a real flush look. It's not taking up counter space. Really, really unique product and reliable. This is the most reliable one that you can find.
Awesome. And then as far as the other appliances with Miele, I mean, like, what are your thoughts? It's just more of a modern look.
It is a very modern look. It's a all German-made product, so it's very reliable, very well built. But it does have a little bit more unique look in comparison to some of the other American brands. So it depends on the look of the kitchen that you're after, but they've got all kinds of products from steam ovens, coffee systems that we were just talking about, beautiful professional ranges, speed ovens which are kind of unique. It's like a microwave and an oven in one.
Okay.
But they have just about everything that every other brand has, but in a more modern design.
Price point, they're a little bit lower, correct? Am I speaking correct?
Most of these, price-wise, Sub-Zero Wolf, Miele, Viking, they're on a similar plane.
Okay.
Thermador is close to, maybe just a hair under, but not by much.
Okay.
Most of these are priced similarly. A lot of these brands, they look at each other and see how's this brand doing it, how should we do it. They try to keep their price points similar because they all are very nice, well-made products. They're not,
and there's not, and they pretty much establish their pricing. So if you find a price on the internet and it's considerably less, usually there's a reason, right?
Red flag, almost always.
Yeah.
Either it's been used. It may not carry a full warranty.
Damaged.
Something's up. You know, it's usually, what's the saying? If it's too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah.
So I would always use real world, you know,
And if
extreme
you're
caution.
spending this type of money, it's like, you know, and you find something that's $1,000 less,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a promotion through the company, it may cause you to be like, okay, yeah, you're saving $1,000, but that $1,000 could end up costing you where you're gonna have to replace the appliance anyways.
Correct. Correct.
So,
Or you buy it from some internet dealer or something like that. That's fine, but what if it shows up damaged or there's some issue and then you have to deal with the headache of trying to return it? I mean, it's what a headache.
yeah.
You know, having a local resource makes all the difference.
Yes, yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah. Absolutely, 100%.
I know, it's more than just pushing a button and ordering.
Exactly.
That part is the easy part.
Click and buy is one
management.
quick thing. It's management, it's dealing with issues, because you know there will always be issues.
Every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate it.
Yep.
I know this was kind of an impromptu interview,
Yep.
but we were here and we love interacting with you and
Absolutely.
finding out knowledge and all about all
I
the
mean,
different
you
products.
guys are great, and I've seen your work, especially, I mean, beautiful work,
Thank you.
stunning. So,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Well, hopefully we will see you again soon.
Great. Thank you
you.
so much.
Okay, bye.
Not all brands are created equal. There are differences for sure.
Yeah. That is one thing I really love. Like
Just
coming
ruined
in.
that shot.
No, it's okay.
It's like the bloopers.
I know, really.
I didn't know that.
Like they have, like, you can do like rose gold
Oh
stuff.
my God.
This stuff you can do different colors,
Like
like
brass and.
you can do brass, you can do different paint colors, you know, all kinds of things.
Are you
Well,
recording?
maybe why don't we start over?
Okay, yeah. Okay.
That was good though. It's natural.
Okay. So we're here in our Viking display.
After we just went from natural, then we went to.
Did that
Here we
sound
are
so
at the
unnatural?
just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Well,
talk
how
to
do you
me.
want me-
Just talk
Okay,
to me.
all right,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah, so-
There's I forget what I was going to say.
About the descaling.
It was something. It was descaling, but it was another part of the cleaning process that you're supposed to do. But I forget what it is.